record and pull up Humble. Elizabeth, pick a month that is not June. We can do this. Oh, my arm hurts. March. Okay. March it is. I have 5 choices remaining in March. Okay. Claimed, gifted. Okay. What's this look like? Boo, boo, boo. Okay. Action kind of shooter game, or what is this? Indie adventure RPG. Looks like, I don't know, anime demons or something. What's it gonna be, Elizabeth? Indie adventure. Okay, send me a private message with an email where I can send the code. Got it. Copy and gift to a friend on Steam. Send an email. Control V. Send email. Okay. You are now the proud owner of something called Pester Quest, which it says full season and epilogue now available. So I guess you get the full season. Who are you again, and what the hell are you doing here? Wait, is this Earth? And who exactly is that kid over there? He looks nice. Embark on a quest of epic importance in Pester Quest, a grimsicle episodic visual novel set in the darkly funny Homestuck Hive Swap universe created by American author and artist Andrew Hussey. I hope that rings a bell. You are welcome, Elizabeth. Thank you for reminding me to record. Everybody's here today. It's so exciting because everybody started freaking out about the ARG. So I've got a lot to go over, just assignment wise. And Varun, please stop me at 3:40.
Oh, not now. Too early. Okay, sorry. Jump the gun.
Just say, Dean, it's 3:40, and I'll try and wrap up whatever I'm doing, and I will turn it over to Ro and Ethan.
Right? Aye, Captain.
So that you guys and in general, what we'll do is I've got stuff to talk about. I can go on about the theoretical nature of ARGs for days, and I will. But you guys have to get some organizational stuff done. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes at the end of class. And as we get closer to the ARG, that will kind of grow your so that hopefully by the time we're at the ARG, I'll just be like, okay, check in. And I'll be checking in with you guys just and then turning it over to Ro and Ethan to run the class. So that's the idea. Okay. Let's rock and roll. First off, I put up the Make an ARG assignment. Let me share that with you if you haven't checked it out on your own. we'll check it out here. ARGs have to be discoverable by Wednesday, May 5th at 5 p.m. That doesn't mean they have to be going. So here's the thing. A rabbit hole can be many things, but mostly it is your, just like Alice in Wonderland, the rabbit hole that she went down. It's also sometimes called a trailhead. It is an odd thing that people notice and then go, I say go somewhere, but that leads them to some kind of first steps in the ARG. And it might be a YouTube video. It might be a website. It might be, hey, send an email to this address and you'll get something back. It might even be a phone number to call and talk to somebody. All of those things I have seen. Mostly what you want from a rabbit hole is a kind of, you found us, let us get a little information about you, how you'd like to be contacted, if you can be contacted. So you want a kind of, if it's an email, then you have somebody's email and you can contact them back through the email. Sometimes web pages have a, hey, register for our newsletter, and are you willing to be contacted through texts, through email, through give us your Discord handle, or we can even throw a Discord invite there and let people find a place, and then say more information coming soon, or more information coming at a particular date. And so it's a way to collect people, get them interested, and put them kind of in a holding pattern so that you can have a critical mass and get started, instead of letting people dribble in ones and twos. You get them interested, you say, wait here, and then it's kind of like the lobby of a theater, where wait here, and then as the show's about to start, you let everybody in, right? And you say, we're going now. So the idea with having it out there by Wednesday, you can have it out there by, Monday on May 3rd, as long as it's a collection point that people can find. And then the ARG starts for real on Thursday, May 6th, with actual story and gameplay. So the other thing that's weird about these ARGs is this, in that many ARGs are open-ended, and when people solve them, they solve them, and that's what happens. But we have a set end date, and it's got to be winnable, right? And that also may be kind of weird in terms of ARGs, because ARGs are stories, and so whatever happens in the story happens, and the people who experience the story don't win, they just get to the end, right? But here, what we want is a definite ending. Hey, you got to the end, congratulations. And that's the win. The win condition is that they got to the end. If they don't get to the end by 7 p.m. on Monday, May 11th, then they have lost. And that's basically so I can give that extra credit and say, hey, the class, the 3 p.m. class solved the 4 p.m.'s ARG at 1 p.m. on Monday. And the 4 p.m. class solved the 3 p.m.'s class at 1:15 on Monday. So the 3 p.m. class gets 5 extra credit points. That's it. It's also good to tell people that it's over, right? And have a little celebration. That said, let me go to the calendar. Come on. Oh God. Oh, oh. Let me move this down so I can go to the calendar. Okay. If we look at the calendar, so ARG starts here. ARG ends. Did I say 11th? It should be Monday, May 10th. I am wrong. Let me edit that. I am sorry. Edit. Monday, May 10th. Monday, May 10th. There we go. Save. Okay. So we're back here. Monday, May 10th. Thank God I looked at the calendar here. So this is Monday, May 10th. And then on Tuesday, May 11th, we are having in-class postmortem. That means that on Tuesday, May 11th, I am inviting all of 4 p.m. to show up here at 3 p.m. to talk about your ARG. And I am inviting all of you to come to the 4 p.m. ARG, to come to the 4 p.m. class on that Tuesday to talk about their ARG. You will be players, and thus they'll be the hey, what was this about? And I really liked it, but I got confused on Thursday and I didn't understand what was going on. What was going on? That sort of thing. And I'll moderate and ask questions, and it is generally a fun and positive thing. I also usually give out fabulous prizes for the people who, the first people to complete each ARG get fabulous prizes, aka game codes. And the if we're in person, I give actual things. One year I gave everybody a copy of 50 Cent Blood on the Sand for Xbox 360. And boy, did I feel cool walking around campus with like 10 copies of 50 Cent Blood on the Sand in a bag. Anyway, like I said, I didn't say they'd be good games, just fabulous games. We're going to talk. Also, I ask you to choose an MVP of all the people who played your ARG who played it best, right? And vice versa. So we will have a kind of post-mortem of what went right and what went wrong and where were we confused. And hopefully you'll get feedback from your players directly that you didn't get before then. Okay. So in the past, I said make puzzles, make story, and make an ARG, and just was very general. And I learned, because I don't get it right the first time. So because basically some classes made a bazillion puzzles that were incredibly difficult that no one could ever solve, and said, there you go ahead. And then the other class would make few puzzles, or just some puzzles that fit with a story and a good story, and their their players would go through it, um, and they would finish the arc first. And because the players are also the makers of the super time intensive hell arg, they would get extra credit for finishing for finishing the good arg first. So now I limit everybody. This also helps because people get obsessed with these things, and I got like I'm ignoring all my other classes to play the arg. What? I don't. Is that right? No, that's not right. You should pass all your classes in a term. So every day, and this gives you guys structure for putting together the arg. You should have 2 story beats and 2 gameplay beats. So basically, in a day, you could have a YouTube video of like one of your characters saying, "I've been investigating this evil corporation, and they seem to have a code on this barely accessible web page, but I don't know what it means. Could somebody help me?" And then that code could be the password that lets you pass the firewall in the evil corporation, where there's a bunch of documents that detail their nefarious plans, and they lead you to a science research center, where in order to get past the visual recognition algorithm, everybody must send in a picture with a pirate eye patch on. And so you've got the original YouTube video, you've got uh, a code that needs to be solved, you've got a bunch of documents to be read and put together that tell you about this AI recognition system that is only good for one-eyed people. And so in order to get past it, you need to send in a picture of yourself with an eye patch on, right? Um, 2 gameplays, 2 stories. Um, so, uh, and then, so, oh, I say edit. I have changed this also because we are including everybody, and not every one of you are on campus. So I am going to say could be an online puzzle or event. We're leaving the real world out this time, um, because I want everybody to be able to participate. Okay, so we'll save that. See, this is why I go over it to find the edits. Save. Okay, so um, uh, in previous years, when we're all on campus, we might have a scavenger hunt running around campus. We might have specific pictures that need to be taken on campus. Um, find the most demonic goat picture on at WPI, um, and take a picture of it. Right, that might be a gameplay thing, but that leaves out everybody who's not on campus. So we want to include everybody. So we're going to stay online this year. And actually, last year we were totally online, and they were some of the best ARGs we had in years, um, because everybody could play, and they were everybody was engaged online. Um, it was really exciting. I enjoyed last year. So uh, honestly, I think uh, in some ways going remote was a breath of fresh air for this class. So here we go. Keep multi-part puzzles within reason, right? So oh, I have a puzzle, but it's actually in 3 parts, and um, does that mean it's 3 puzzles and should count for 3 gameplay things. If you have a cohesive whole of a puzzle that you have to do three things to solve, that's fine. If it's just uh, uh, solve 15 things that you have to get through in order to get the last thing, why is it 15 things? Are you, because there's such a thing as puzzle fatigue, where uh, the reward for solving a puzzle is another puzzle, and I get sad, um, especially after two or three of those. I'm like, when is this ever going to end? Um, and if you don't tell me that I am part 3 of 5, um, I don't know that I'm over halfway to the end. So please, please, please keep multi-part puzzles within reason. There should be a win-lose condition. I've already talked about that. Also, when a player wins, uh, you have to give them a code phrase, which then they can email to me. I award prizes based on the time and date stamped on those emails. Um, and basically I reply to all of them with like, because as we get to the 7 o'clock deadline and something's not solved, people start emailing me wacky code phrases in the hopes that they might hit it at random. Um, so I have sent many a message like, nope, not the right answer, try again, or um, a winner is you, is what I usually send, and then an invitation to come to class to talk about their fabulous experiences. Um, so what do I mean by a code phrase? One year, this was many years ago, but I for some reason it sticks in my head. It was just a random phrase. They said, email plague chicken to Dean, and if plague chicken was not in the email that I got, they did not win. That's it. Um, one year, they did a a multi-part picture of a kitten that you had to find all the parts and put together somehow. They had some stitching software to put together JPEGs or PNGs or something. Um, and they didn't tell me that that was the puzzle, that was the final puzzle, that and they just said it's a picture of a kitten, here's the picture of the kitten. And a whole bunch of them came in with that, the last strip, which was the floor below the kitten, not included. They hadn't gotten the last part of the thing, but I didn't know that, and I gave a whole bunch of wins away when they hadn't solved the last thing, and we were sad. So uh, maybe that's a little bit more dangerous if you're splitting a picture up. But if you give me a picture for them to send to me, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do. There must be some type of forum space for your players to meet and collaborate on solving your ARG. This should be a safe space where people can talk. In the past, people have set up pro boards. They're very easy to set up. They've set up subreddits on Reddit. I find Reddit mostly terrible for following a conversation. I did not like that year. Um, Nowadays, you could put together a Discord server. Um, Give it some reason to be in the world of your game, right? Um, I've already talked about the disclaimer page. There must be a disclaimer page, and it must be linked in everything. So um, at the bottom of every web page, it should say, if you have questions or problems with the contents of this web page, go here, and it goes to, this is not a real thing. Don't worry, it's all fiction. If you send out an email, it should have a signature at the bottom. If you have problems, or there should be an unsubscribe somewhere. And if you have questions about the contents of this email, go here, link to the disclaimer page. Basically, it should be at the bottom of every piece of content that you make, so that people don't stumble across, the Demon Hunters Club and freak out that there's a Demon Hunters Club at WPI. I need to see them before your rabbit hole goes live. In the past, some of them have been snarky and condescending, and we don't want to make people mad. Or they have been not complete in some way. So I just want to quickly give it a look and say yes, go. I've already, the achievements. I got to go over achievements. There must be the 4 characters. Your ARGs run for 6-ish days. Remember your 3-act structure. Remember rules 1 and 2. Don't be a jerk. Don't get me fired. I will talk much more about not getting me fired. And this is due on the Wednesday that your ARGs start. These are what I'm looking for from each. Oh, I got to edit that. Sorry. I used to call them recruiters. Boop, boop, boop. Wait. These are community managers, which I think is a better title and an actual game dev title. So producers have to give me the URL of the disclaimer, the URL of the rabbit hole, the win-loss explanation and code picture, whatever that will be sent. So those are the 3 things the producers have to send. That's doesn't mean that's all they have to do. That's just the submission for this. Tech needs to send me the how your players are going to communicate with each other, whether that's subreddit and what the address of that is, Slack channel, I don't know, some way, some safe place for them to talk to each other. Then a list of tech assets. What are you making for this? What is the tech group doing? The big thing here is I don't need everything done by the first day of the ARG. I need a plan for how everything is going to work for the entire ARG. That doesn't mean everything has to be done. Just means you know what's going to happen and who's responsible for what. Then writing no more than a 2-page story of the game with possible branching paths. Feel free to use flowcharts. The gameplay people need and basically, actually, this should also be, let me edit again. Writing should have the same thing as gameplay, which is outline outline list of each day's story beats, including who is responsible for each. Gameplay doesn't need story beats, they need gameplay activities. Makes sense. Oh, there. Okay, save that. Writing. So each of the story beats, so you have 2 story beats a day. What are they? And again, you don't have to give me complete scripts, but YouTube video of Vladimir talking about existentialism is day 3, story beat 1, leads to blah, 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 right? Gameplay. What exactly are each of the gameplay activities? Who's responsible? And this way you can assign leads for various things, right? So if on day 3 we need a code to break or a crossword puzzle to solve, then then who's making that crossword puzzle? Bob is. Okay, Bob, you're in charge of the crossword puzzle. That should be on the list. Same way, artists should know big lists of art assets that you bang off, who's responsible for each, and community managers schedule of who in the class is playing each day, playing the other ARG each day. You got to put together that schedule. And I have also, let me go back out here. To ARG play reports. This is a real simple form to fill out of after you played the ARG, fill out one of these play reports, and you hand it in. If you get at least one of these in to Varun, see, Varun, you're getting these. You send it to Varun. As each play report comes in that you played the game, you did something for it, you get 10 points. Bang. Babamo.
Can I add something here?
Yes.
Just please be sure to, like, if you're playing as a group or sending as reports as part of a group, to include your full names and not nicknames. It's really
Yes,
difficult
please.
for me to figure out nicknames when.
I have somebody
Yeah.
named Gojira in Discord who asks me, who's always asking me questions. I'm like, who is Gojira? I don't know. I honestly, I don't know to this day who Gojira is. I think his name is Ben. Um, so okay,
It's
so
it's Sean, yeah.
it's Sean.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, Sean. Is it Sean? Where's I lost my chat. Chat. I don't know. Chat's gone. Okay, so the other thing, the achievements. Um, uh, Producers, you need to nominate someone or have someone volunteer to be what we call the achievement czar. This is the person who keeps track of what achievements you've gotten to date. You should start it now, so that at the end, the achievement czar, um, and I can actually put that on the spreadsheet if you like. In fact, let's 3 p.m. Uh, oh, no. Who is the achievement czar? Please fill that out at some point. You don't have to do it right now. This is the person who. Now I got to go down here. ARG stuff. Who keeps track of all the achievements that you've already done. So, basically, if you use Zoom, you get 2 points. If you use TikTok, you get 2 points. If you use Facebook, you get 2 points. Right? Bah, 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 bah. Lots of different things. Use Reddit, you get 2 points. Use Tumblr, get 2 points. Use a Discord server, you get 5 points. Make a video, post it on YouTube, you get 5 points. If your class as a whole amasses 150 points, everybody gets 5 points extra credit towards this. Now, let me just say that this is the make an ARG. So I say 5 points, I think in terms of 100 out of 100, right? So this particular assignment is worth 10 points. So you will get 0.5 points in 5%, right? Not half the grade is this. Half the grade is not this. 0.5 points extra credit. So theoretically, if you were perfect in every way, and you solved their ARG before they solved your ARG, you got over 150 achievement points, and you did perfectly on the make an ARG assignment, you could get 11 points out of 10 for this this assignment. Just saying. Make up for one of those right clubs. So use a blog. So this whole section is suggestions of stuff online that you should use. Note here, I have used some other Web 3.0 site that Dean hasn't heard of. Usually you ask me, hey, uh, we're using shoefinder.com. Is that okay? And I'm like, what the hell is shoefinder.com? And well, it finds shoes, and it's really good at finding shoes. And you have to make an account, and then it'll find your shoes. Okay, 2 points, sure. Um, so make a dedicated domain name is worth 15 points. 2 dedicated domain names, 25. 3 is 30. The question I always get is that cumulative? No, it is not. You don't get a total of 55, 55, 65, 70 points for all 3. You only get 30 points for this. Okay. Create an iPhone app, 15 points. Creating iPhone apps and getting them on the store are hard. One group did it one year. Get started now, because I think it takes at least 48 hours to get something on the store. Create an Android app, easier, but still difficult. Create a Windows phone app. I'm not even sure that's possible anymore. Personal messages, use phones where players can call to get a recorded message, use phones where players can call to get a character live, have characters call a player, have characters call at least 10 players, use SMS messages, that sort of thing. Everybody understand this? um, seems pretty straightforward to me. It's a bunch of suggestions on
Dean,
media to use for the ARG.
Dean, 2 minutes to 3:40.
Okay. Um, and then I move into how many players, people, see people here. And you can download this document if you have 5 unique players, 10 unique players. If you can get them to do things like make videos for you, if you get players from outside the state or outside the country, I'm encouraging you to bring in more players. This is community manager stuff. Get players from your high school friends, your family. Um, uh, when you went abroad for your junior year, bring them and play. And finally, negative achievements, or what I call unachievements. If you get Dean fired, that's minus a billion points. If you get me scolded by the administration, which has happened, you probably won't get the extra credit for this. Um, if you collusion, please don't, like, you is it am I out of time? No, somebody said something. Hello? No? Okay.
You are out of time though.
Okay, let me just talk about collusion real quick. If you may know people who are in the other class. Who's laughing? Do I have to mute somebody? Um time to get Dean fired. Yeah. So if you may know people in the other class, it may be tempting. You may have roommates in the other class. It may be tempting to say to them, hey man, we're stuck on this thing. Can you help me out? If you if someone from the other class uh, uh, asks you for help, or tries to uh, use insider knowledge to gain an advantage in this, you are supposed to say or type in a loud, clear voice, "Go pound sand." This is an insult from the 1940s that I'm trying to bring back into vogue. I've been trying for 15 years to get people to yell, "Go pound sand," in the highways and byways of WPI. It has happened over the years. Some alums will occasionally run up to me and yell, "Go pound sand." Um, uh, it's a fun thing. It's not dirty or anything. It's think about this. Um, if you are pounding sand, you're doing something that is useless and stupid. Um, so instead of colluding on these ARGs, you should tell them to go do something stupid and useless instead, as in go pound sand. There it is. Go pound sand. Varun, what does go pound sand? Screw off. Do something pointless. Go away. Origin of go pound sand. 1896 publication called Student Slang. Bringing this back. Bringing back go pound sand. Um, so be prepared to tell people to go pound sand. That is an achievement. Don't do it. Don't get me fired. Don't look behind the curtain. I'll talk more about that. No zombies, no ninjas, no food poisoning. Please, this is supposed to be fun. Don't use the pandemic as a story device. I don't want to learn the conspiracy theory behind the origins of COVID are here at WPI because that's stupid and terrible. Don't ask players to do something illegal. Don't ask players to do something dangerous. Don't be a jerk. And then banning people from your ARG is either bad for them or bad for you, depending on how justified it is. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Ethan, Rowe, the floor is yours. I am muting myself. Talk to them.
Hello.
Hi, this is what I look like. Hi. Um, okay. I have a lot to say. So,
The
community
floor is
managers, community managers. Do any of you want to be the achievement czar? It feels like a job that should be good for one of y'all. Nobody. All right. Cool. I'll
Welcome to
just.
my world, Ethan.
All
I
right.
can be the czar, and then I'm not gonna give anyone points.
No, Varun, you cannot
Varun,
be the
thank you.
czar. The czar reports to you.
Okay.
Smith said
Yep, I
yes.
see. I'll put you. All right, you are our achievement czar.
What is the who rules the czar if someone the czar reports?
You rule the czar, Varun.
That's weird.
You are
Good
the achievement emperor
This is
who
such a
lords
weird
it over the czar.
commonwealth.
Can I get some quick help with my computer? I can't.
Okay.
I can't type in the chat, and I tried to. It's just. I don't know what it's doing.
Maybe reconnect.
I mean, I could try.
Okay. Zesheng, are you in here? No. Okay. Because I know Zesheng added their name to one of the positions, but I don't know their Discord. Um, Other than that, we still have 3 positions open, and those are lead writer, sidekick artist, and lead tech. Do any of you who currently do not have a role want to take one of those roles? No. Do any of you who already have a role would like to step up to lead writer or lead tech? Sick. All right. I don't know who here does it. All right, whatever. Other than that, team name. So the reason why I want us to have a team name is just so we have like a central email to use for communications, administrative purposes, and for a Google Drive, which will hold all of our files. Currently, our only team name suggestion comes from Alistair, and they suggested Wizards of the Broom Closet. I'm probably gonna give you guys like one more day. Tomorrow night, if no other suggestions come in, I'm just gonna use Wizards of the Broom Closet. And once I make the email, I'm gonna make some preliminary files, and those are like the outline, spreadsheets for the asset list and whatnot. And I'll give you all the address and the password, so all of you have access to the email and the drive, can edit, make files, whatever, and that will be our central place to work. Do I have anything else to say? Yeah, I guess the last note is Dean already mentioned. Hi, Alistair. We were just talking about team names. Nobody has a suggestion yet, so right now, Wizards of the Broom Closet is the front runner. And the positions of lead writer, lead tech, and sidekick artist. No one wants those positions that don't already have a position, and no one wants to step up for lead writer or lead tech.
I would be willing to do the sidekick artist. I'm currently the lead artist too.
Okay. Do you have a preference for either one? Because it is important to have a lead, but if you're not comfortable as a lead, then we do want someone to step up to be lead artist.
Wait, I'm confused. So I thought that that if we're gonna have a story and there's a lead in it, and then we have like a artist that draws the lead and an artist that draws the sidekick.
No. Leads are the person in charge of the group, not the character. So a lead artist, a lead writer, they're not the hero. They are the person who organizes the group, and in many cases, like Ethan or Ro will have a, hey, let's meet with just all the group leads, so that we have a 5 or 6 person meeting instead of a 30 person meeting. See what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then leads take the information from that meeting back to their group of artists or group of writers or things like that.
So like the goddess and the villain, they're just like names for like the people that I would be leading.
No,
Yeah.
those are the archetypes. Yeah.
Well, so they're the archetypes of the hero's journey. Remember that? So
Yeah.
that they would, if we need stuff about the character who is the goddess type of character, say we need art for their webpage, then the goddess artist is the first person you turn to make art for the goddess's webpage. So it's just a way, and again, it's a suggestion, it's not a requirement, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to organize that everybody works on all the art and you want to assign it some other way, feel free. I'm just trying to help organize 25 people instead of just throwing y'all into the deep end and saying, please go make a thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm okay with being lead. I just thought if we're gonna have like someone who does the sidekick stuff, I would be willing to take that on too if no one wants.
Yeah, well, you can probably, in the end, a lead fills in for wherever there's a gap, right? So yeah, stay the lead and you will probably end up doing it too.
All right, that makes sense then.
Okay.
All right. I was looking through the chat and seeing everyone's names. Alan, hi. I'm putting you on the spot. You don't have a role yet.
I was thinking about doing the sidekick artist, but I'm not the best at like drawing characters and stuff. That's why I was hesitant.
Okay.
Well, once
Yeah, I
again,
think-
artists are not necessarily visual artists. If you're good, say you're good mixing beats, I don't know, and that then suddenly that person, that character becomes a DJ and hides messages in sick electronic music somehow, right? You're an artist making those music files. Whatever your talents are can be art. right?
The other thing is that looking at the skills that everyone here in the artists team has, we do have a wide set of skills already. So odds are work will more likely be divided based off of the skills they require rather than the characters.
Yeah. Whatever you're comfortable with, Alan. Please put your name under one of the open roles as soon as possible. Other than that, yeah, bottom line is if you don't have a role, get a role. If you want to step up to be lead writer, lead tech, please do. By tomorrow, we should all, an email for the team should be created, including Google Drive and Docs and whatnot. I'll send that out. That's all I have to say for now. I'll send an announcement later in Discord detailing out everything I said and a couple other things. But Ro, do you have anything else to say before we leave?
Yeah, the only thing I'll add is start looking into the story, start getting ideas. This weekend is a good time to get in touch with your teammates and start throwing out ideas with each other. So just actually start thinking about it and don't leave it until next week to actually start thinking about it. So
Yeah, I would recommend writers have a brainstorming session of like, okay, we looked up the wizard guy. How can we make this into a story, and what would happen over 5 or 6 days, and just throw out a bunch of ideas, and maybe Ethan and Ro get a meeting with all the leads, and talk about when they arrive, and talk out the brainstorming session of the writers, and hopefully arrive at something by Monday of like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. There's gonna be a magical dimensional rift that's gonna zap purple things, and then and just a general elevator pitch for Monday so that you can pitch it to everybody else and get everybody on the same page. Sound good? That's a recommendation. You don't have to do it. You can do it any way you want. We can split the work among ourselves or well. Would producers be the place to throw ideas in? Anybody can throw ideas. You're going to be looking to the writers. So if you want to say, hey, what if the wizard did this and this and this and murdered people with an axe, send it to one of the writers, right? And then suddenly you'll be a writer too.
Yeah, just if you have an idea, put it somewhere. As long as it gets
why
out
don't
there.
you make a Google Doc for just brainstorm ideas?
Yes, that was actually one of the preliminary docs I plan to make once the email account gets out. So
okay, great. I am going to stop recording, and I am going to stand up and stretch my legs before the 4 o'clock class. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Oh, and if you haven't played the locksmith thing, I didn't get to it today. I'll get to it on Monday. Okay.
Dean.
Yes.
You asked me to stay back.
Yes, exactly. Go away, everybody else. I'm gonna kick you, Matt and Elizabeth.
You're still recording, by the way.
Oh.